Welcome to our show today, and thank you all for being here. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's both complex and deeply personal. We're going to be talking about women, the different ways we define womanhood, the impact of race and culture, and yes, even the myths and truths about infidelity. Welcome to our deep dive into the fascinating world of women and racial dynamics. Now, I know this might feel a little uncomfortable for some, and that's okay. We're here to have an open and honest conversation. We're going to challenge stereotypes, unpack societal expectations, and really get to the heart of what it means to be a woman in today's world. Today we will explore some thought-provoking questions and uncover surprising truths. Because I believe that knowledge is power, and when we understand each other better, we can create a more compassionate and empathetic world. So, let's get started, shall we? You know, we often use the word woman like it's this simple, straightforward thing. But is it really? What does it truly mean to be a woman? Is it about our biology, our roles as mothers, sisters, daughters? Or is it something deeper, something we define for ourselves? I've spoken to countless women over the years, women from all walks of life with different backgrounds, experiences, and dreams. And what I've learned is that womanhood is a tapestry woven from countless threads. There's no one-size-fits-all definition. And that's what I want us to explore in this first chapter. We're going to take a look at the video you see linked here, a powerful exploration of womanhood, and unpack the different ways society shapes our understanding of what it means to be a woman. We'll talk about the expectations placed upon us, the challenges we face, and the incredible strength and resilience we find within ourselves. Because at the end of the day, being a woman is about embracing our individuality, our power, and our unique voices. It's about lifting each other up, celebrating our differences, and recognizing the beauty in our shared experiences. So let's dive into this conversation together, with open hearts and open minds. Remember, this is a safe space for us to learn and grow from one another. Now, as we delve deeper into this conversation about womanhood, we can't ignore the profound impact of race and culture. You see, the experience of being a woman isn't universal. It's shaped by the communities we come from, the traditions we inherit, and the histories we carry. In this chapter, we're going to explore the different racial categories of women. And I want to be mindful here because I know labels can be limiting. But we're using these categories as a starting point to understand the diversity of experiences within womanhood.
We'll talk about the unique challenges faced by women of color, the stereotypes they often encounter, and the ways in which their cultural backgrounds enrich and inform their identities. Remember, this isn't about putting people in boxes. It's about recognizing that our racial and cultural backgrounds are integral parts of who we are, and they influence how we navigate the world as women.
My hope is that by having these conversations, we can start to break down the barriers that divide us and build bridges of understanding and empathy. Because true empowerment comes from celebrating our differences and recognizing the strength in our diversity. Now let's talk about a topic that often carries a lot of shame, secrecy, and judgment: infidelity. It's a complex issue that can deeply wound individuals and relationships, and it's often surrounded by misinformation and harmful stereotypes.
One of the questions we're going to examine in this chapter is whether there are actual differences in cheating behaviors among women of different races, or if that's just another harmful stereotype. I want to be very clear. Infidelity is not about race. It's about choices individuals make, and those choices are influenced by a myriad of factors. Personal values, relationship dynamics, life experiences, and race is not a determining factor.
Now, there may be studies out there that suggest correlations between race and infidelity, but we have to be very careful about how we interpret that data. Correlation does not equal causation. What we need to focus on is creating healthy, honest, and communicative relationships regardless of race.
That means fostering trust, setting boundaries, and communicating our needs and expectations. And if infidelity does occur, it's about approaching the situation with compassion, seeking understanding, and finding ways to heal and move forward.
Now you might be thinking, Oprah, you just said race doesn't determine infidelity, so why are we even talking about statistics? And that's a fair question. The truth is, there are studies out there that claim to show higher incidences of infidelity among women of certain racial groups.
But here's the thing about statistics. They can be misleading. They don't tell the whole story. And often, they're based on flawed data, or narrow samples that don't reflect the complexity of human behavior. What I'm more interested in is understanding the why behind the choices people make.
Instead of focusing on which racial group might have higher infidelity rates, let's ask ourselves, what are the underlying societal factors that might contribute to these behaviors? Could it be economic disparities, lack of access to resources, or cultural norms around relationships? These are the conversations we need to be having.
Because when we understand the root causes, we can start to address them and create a more equitable and just society for everyone. Remember, judging individuals based on their race or assuming their behavior is predetermined by their background is not only unfair, it's harmful. We're all individuals and we deserve to be treated as such.
Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey. We've covered a lot of ground today, from unpacking the multifaceted nature of womanhood to challenging stereotypes about race and infidelity. But most importantly, I hope this conversation has sparked something within you. A desire to learn more, to listen with an open heart, and to engage in respectful dialogue about these complex issues.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Because these conversations matter, and the more we share them, the more we can break down barriers and build bridges of understanding.
Leave your thoughts and comments below. We would love to hear from you. Tell us about your own experiences, your perspectives, and what resonated with you most today.
Remember, our voices are powerful, and when we use them to uplift, empower, and inspire one another, we create a ripple effect of change.